This is Silver Busters coming at you with another video about the short squeeze in silver that's being caused by the WallStreetBets kids. They're a subreddit group that has been working to short stocks like GameStop, and because there was a few people who realized there were more people shorting the stock, that is, betting the stock would go down, than there was actual stock available. And the result was a massive run up in price because these kids basically swept in and started buying up all the stocks, and the people who were short would eventually need to cover and buy the shares back again at some point. They're hoping at a lower price, but these kids swept in and bought them all up at the at the prices before they could even get in, before the big brokers and such could get in to cover their shorts. And then we had the massive criminal activity by RobinHood, and where they shut down trading in GameStop and a lot of other stocks to have big short positions, or limited them to something silly like 1 share or 5 shares. That's ridiculous. That's like saying the grocery store is open, but I'm going to limit you to purchasing 1 grain of rice. Well, the grocery store really isn't open. And that's something that a whole new generation of people is learning today, that if a service is free, like RobinHood is free, you're the product, right? So that's the situation we found ourselves in. And so the RobinHood kids started in the face of this, started spreading out to other targets. And what have we got here but a short squeeze now that is developing in silver? And we've been covering this a couple of days because silver has a lot of the same dynamics in it, that there is a massive paper trading and not very much physical delivery of the product when you're looking at what trades on these commodity exchanges. And that's got all of these people in a giant lull. And some people say, oh, it's just the miners hedging their supply. I don't buy that. I mean, when you look at the number of derivatives and outside contracts that paper trade in silver, if all those stood for delivery, we're talking about years and years and years of annual silver supply. If we just add up trading over the last few days and then compare that to what is the annual mining amount for the entire planet, those two numbers aren't anywhere near each other, right? So we're going to see a move in silver that is going to be similar to the move in GameStop. And it's starting right now. The market isn't currently open, but it's going to open Sunday night, which is, just, maybe 6 hours from now. You start getting trading in Asia and Monday morning, and we're already seeing people rush for the product. I mean, here is a Zero Hedge article. Everyone is afraid ahead of the open. Reddit raiders Spartan nationwide physical shortage of silver. And so we've got an update here. SD Bullion is one of the retailers I've used in the past. Sold nearly 10 times the number of silver ounces that we would normally sell in an entire weekend just on Friday. So in an entire weekend, a 2-day weekend, they did, so they're basically saying 20 times a single day of on one Friday. And then they said normal, we can find at least one supplier willing to sell us some ounces over the weekend if we go over our long position. But now everyone is afraid of a gap up at the Sunday night market open. So what you're saying is, like, they're expecting a price spike to happen because of everybody rushing to buy silver in what might be the last window to get it at a reasonable price. They said there was very little inventory left from suppliers and mints going into the Friday close. The U.S. Mint will be on allocation, which is basically a fancy way of saying they are rationing their supply of U.S. Mint silver coins to their authorized dealers. Rationing, that sounds like a wartime activity, doesn't it? And then let's see here. all-time record month of January, and that exceeds anything that happened during the pandemic. So there was a run on silver, a smaller run. I mean, what happened during the pandemic is the overall stock market crashed and people sold out of all of their positions, and silver dipped down to, I think, 13 for a very short period of time, and it was hard to find any supply at that price. I think I ended up paying 15, but I did end up getting it on that market at that time, and this stands to be bigger than that because they ran out when the price collapsed down to 13, of course. And they said this is the red pill moment for many. I mean, this is a lot of younger people that are, for the first time, realizing that the big boys can't follow their own rules. They won the day in GameStop, and then the big boys came in and slapped them down and said, oh, we're trading on our platform, and our platform says you're going to lose. You can sell your GameStop, but you can't buy it. Oh, we're going to limit you to one share. And they learned, hey, the only way I can be sure, the only way I can really win is if I hold the real physical metal and or own or have the real product in my hands. Because, if you actually had the stock certificates, they couldn't screw you, but they screwed you using their platform, right? And so this is from the Quote the Raven podcast, Silver Squeeze. A lot of young people for the first time are informing themselves that metals are the only true money. This realization sticks for life, even when the squeeze ends. This is the real red pill moment for many, and it is beautiful. And then here is an update from some of the big dealers online for physical silver. I have no affiliation. I don't get paid for any of these guys if you make an order. If you can make an order. So the premium for physical silver has soared, which is the amount that you pay over spot price for the product. And some bullion dealers are now facing massive shortages of physical coins. Ampex, one of the biggest dealers, unprecedented demand on physical silver products. We are unable to accept any additional orders until the markets open Sunday evening. That means they've run out of everything they had on hand in terms of silver, and they need to get more from suppliers, but the suppliers are like, we want to see what the price is going to be Sunday night. And so, this means they've already run the board. It's too late to get in at this price level, and you're going to have to wait to see what the price is going to be Sunday night before you're getting in there. Over at another bullion dealer, I haven't dealt with JM myself, but I know they're a big name out there on the internet. They say, we're going to have a shipping delay of 5 to 10 days. I expect them to update that soon. SD Bullion, I've worked with before. I made purchases before. I don't work for them. SD Bullion is unable to accept any orders until the market opens Sunday evening. Unprecedented silver demand. And we've got some people on here trying to go to local shops. And they said, hey, I bought 100 ounce yesterday, and I tried to find more, and all the big suppliers are sold out during the weekend. Wow, imagine that. Imagine that you try to screw the people with your electronic platforms, and they're going to go for the real stuff. They're going to go for the stuff that you can't cheat them out of, that you can't lie your way out of, that the big boys can't screw people on. Oh, we can only imagine where SLV will open after this. And so all eyes have been focused on GameStop and a handful of other heavily shorted stocks as they exploded under continuous fire from WallStreetBets traders, igniting a short squeeze coinciding with a gamma squeeze the last few days. And, the Reddit rebellion is about to descend on the precious metals markets. And this is one of the posts that was actually posted on the Reddit site, that the silver bullion market is one of the most manipulated on earth. Both the industrial case and the monetary case, debt printing, has never been more favorable for the number one inflation hedge of silver. Inflation adjusted, silver should be 1,000 instead of 25. Why not squeeze silver to the real price? SLV is the exchange traded funds. And, we can do it, they're going into it here. And the flows into SLV, this is the ingoing and outgoing flows into SLV, and you can just see this massive spike going into the SLV, and that's if they follow the rules, guys, if they actually do what they're supposed to and try to obtain the silver, it's all right there. And the silver miners, they can't turn on a dime. It's not like a water faucet where you just, we need some more silver. Just turn on the water faucet and we'll get some more silver. No, it takes months and years and everything else for all these projects to fire up. They just don't have them on standby waiting for a price spike like this. So whether they can get the silver is doubtful. So you need to get, if I had more money to deploy, I would be pounding the ground right now to see if there's any suppliers left willing to sell at the current prices. And this is just going into some of the charts that on SLV, some of the price spikes. I think we're sitting at 27 right now. Yeah, it's roughly 27. And the short interest. But I just really wanted to come out there with this information. It was really stunning for them to say, hey, we're not taking orders, even during the pandemic, even during that price spike downwards when everything was selling off last March. You could still buy. The premiums went up. The prices went up. The spot price of silver might be 12 or 13, but you were paying 17 for 1 ounce rounds. And I was lucky and found one place on a Sunday night that hadn't updated their site yet and found them for 15. But that was still higher than normal. I remember the good old days when you could hop online and 49, 59 cents over spot, 1 ounce rounds. We're not talking massive bars here. We're talking about 1 ounce rounds that you could actually trade for in a shit hits the fan scenario. And, you could order tubes of, you might have to make a bigger order to get the lowest price deal. If you order one or just one tube, you're going to get a higher premium. But, you could get it cheap. You could get it for under $1 over spot all the time. And 49 or 59 cents very frequently. Those days are gone. You're paying $2 over spot for 1 ounce coins or rounds on a good day. And now, what is it going to be? $6, $7 over spot? I mean, I haven't gone to the retailers. I mean, let's go to JM since they're just saying delay right now, and we're not taking orders because I've never ordered from JM, but they look like a site just for anybody else. Silver. If we go in here to silver rounds, shipping. Yeah, they're still just listing shipping delays. We want some 1 ounce rounds, and let's see what premiums look like over a spot. We're going to sort price load. What is this? Is this just numismatic stuff? This is all they have left? Yeah, they're down to the artsy-fartsy crap. No, it's just sorted the wrong way. So let's see. It says price low to high, but it looks like it's priced high to low. Let's see. How about you actually do low to high instead of trying to screw with me? Because they're out of stock. Look at this. They're not. So it's too late. Here's where the real premium. If it was in stock, they're asking $3 over spot, which would be normal, but you can't buy it at that price, right? So either they're out or they're not selling. I can't tell you which. They're just listed at 30, so $3 over spot, and then or a little bit more, depending on how fancy you want to get with the design. And yes, maybe it's too late. I got in ahead of a lot of this. Maybe you need to try local spots. If you have none, you need to be pounding the ground on this. I'm telling you. If you have no silver, no precious metals, you need to find some, because this is going higher into this spike on Sunday night. This is not investment advice, but if you don't have a core position, if you don't have an emergency stash, I'm thinking you ought to have some. And this is all, this is the kind of stuff that, I forget which one that I ended up getting. I think it was just generic rounds, maybe something like this, that, $3 over spot. Paid $15 for it last March during that crash, and you could have gotten it for 25 or 26 probably a week ago, and now it's out of stock, listed at 30 and out of stock, which means the real price might be 35, 40, who knows. We'll try a few more. I mean, Silver Doctors already said they were out. Let's go to Mike Maloney's. Let's go to let's see. Who is it? It's goldsilver.com. Here's this cute little video that Hughes posted up. So if we want to buy silver coins, do they even have anything? Let's see. The link does not work. They're like, yeah, let's just shut down that page. Now here it goes, finally. So there's their generic rounds. They're not saying they aren't taking orders, but if you want to buy 500, which is a monster box, they're asking 32 for their generic round. If you want American Silver Eagles, they're asking 35 for 500 plus. So maybe they actually have something, or they're just hedging their bets and taking delays. You know, here's silver bars, kilo bars. I can't do the math on kilo bars. Here's the 100-ounce bars. So almost $32 for 100-ounce bars, and that's supposed to be the low premium option, right? So maybe you can get some from Mike Maloney. I don't know, but he's asking a lot for it and markup right now, and who knows what the delay is going to be. So, like I said, if you've got it, good job. If you don't have it, find a way to get some. This is Silver Doctors. No, this isn't Silver Doctors. Where's Silver Doctors? And let's see. They think they're still sitting at what price here? No, get the yeah, it's still 27. So we're probably not going to see anything until tonight. But I'll keep an eye on it. Maybe I'll come back tonight with another video if I can remember during the Sunday night open, and see what kind of spike we get on the Asian market open. Stands to be some interesting times, and sources I have heard mark February 8th, the whole week coming up there, but again on February 8th as being a big event. So, you know, I don't know, but they've been right before, so we'll see.